It's Saturday the 5th of November 2011. I'm trying out a new viewpoint of the West Somerset Railway just after Watchet on its way to Washford, just by the Mineral Line Bridge. I thought there'd be quite an interesting viewpoint. It does mean getting over a stile and then entering a field, which I notice is normally occupied by a horse. I hope he doesn't object to me being here. The train is due in about a quarter of an hour, so unless I'm chased out by this fellow, I hope to catch the train as it approaches Watchet and this curve. And perhaps a more interesting shot will be the second one when the next train leaving Watchet climbs up the bank here. This bridge, as I said, crosses the old Mineral Line, which was another standard gauge railway which came from the Brendon Hills, passed under the West Somerset Railway here, and it brought iron ore down to the port at Watchet for transportation to South Wales for processing. And that's been long gone for many years, no sign of the track left, and the old track bed is now a very useful walk pathway from Watchet to Washford. So let's await the arrival of the train from Washford as it approaches behind me. You can probably hear the sound of seagulls in the background. They like to congregate in this area. There appears to be some crows or similar sort of birds pecking around on the track down there. But I think they'll soon take off because I could hear a whistle in the distance behind me. Just beyond this series of spare track, as it were, is the Watchet paper mill, and that is working 24 hours a day producing paper, and there's lots of hot air and steam rising from it all the time. Many people mistake that steam for steam from the railway if they're in the area. And just rising up above the steam you can see the Tariffs and Decumans, where I recently took some video and filmed the train. But I do hear another train now approaching to my left, so let's watch the train. I wish you could smell that smell that it's left behind too. Really reminiscent of trains of my youth. Well, we shan't see it again, but I just thought it might be worth recording the sounds as it pulled out of Watchet station. I don't think they're birds after all. It's part of the mechanism of the railway. Our friend on four legs hasn't troubled me so far. Though I did notice some other walker come over the stile on this footpath. I got so far and saw the horse and turned back. Never know what, I mean, they're a large beast. But he doesn't seem to be upset by me being here, so with any luck we'll be able to record the next train as well. Which should be better, because it'll be up the bank from Watchet towards Washford. Watchet station is less than a mile down this slope. It's stacked up here following repairs to the Mineral Line bridge are 6 lengths of standard gauge track, all still connected with their sleepers. Now, how much of an effort would it be for a JCB on the rails, which the railway has got, to lift that onto a wagon, flat track wagon, which the railway has got, run it down to Watchet station and place it beside the running line. Now, that would be 3/4 of the display that we were hoping to get, or Watchet station was hoping to get, to compare it to the broad gauge. The right of way here takes you up onto the upper road to Blue Anchor here, although I think the exit route is just at the centre of the picture now. But interesting to look at the old layout here, because just here onto the track is this gate which is rotted away. And at some stage I thought it was important to have an access gate to the railway here. That hasn't opened for many years. Huh. Just beyond the track here you can see the Washford River, which is running down to the sea, enters the sea at Watchet, passing underneath the railway further down this slope. There have been no trains during this last week. In fact, Saturday and Sunday this weekend and Saturday and Sunday of the following weekend are the only commercially available trains on the West Somerset Railway, till the carol trains around Christmas. Years ago, at the foot of the incline here, there used to be a set of points, and the siding used to go off into the paper mill here, and it was the best way of moving bulk waste paper for processing. Seems odd that the economics work out today. It's cheaper to run about a dozen heavy freight lorries a week to supply the mill rather than to ship it in by rail. There's the arrival of the next train we're going to video. That's the sound it makes as it approaches the level crossing at Watchet station. We should hear it whistle again as it departs from the station. High on the hill is a large building which used to be a hotel. A lot of business people used to stay there when Watchet was a commercial port. Today it's been converted into flats. Got a lovely view over the town there from up there, and the railway.